solution for. So we want to differentiate. What do we want to differentiate? Y is equals to 1 over x. That is what we want to differentiate. We want to find dy over dx. You can differentiate that without using the first principle. If you were to differentiate this, how would you do that? How will you differentiate
You
y?
do x to the power of -1.
Correct? Excellent.
Then
And
you
then you write dy over dx.
dx. Then you take away 1 from the power. Sorry, you multiply it first, then take away 1 from the power.
So that will give you
-x to the power -2.
perfect, which is the same as -1 over x squared. So this now is the same like that answer there. But now they don't want us to differentiate it using this method. They want us to use first principle. First principle means you use another method which has to do with the formula. The first thing from first principle, you write the formula. Dy over dx is equals to f bracket x plus h. This is given in the formula book. This is like working out the change in gradient. So the first thing, I write the formula. Now we have to substitute. We are given 1 over x, but they want to put 1 over x plus h. So we want to replace x with x plus h. That means if you increase by x plus h, find the new gradient. I'll show you in pictures what that looks like. But this is, they just want you to substitute and differentiate. So now, what does the f of x plus h become now? It's not going to be 1 over x. Look at it this way. I'll use a different color. I'll use green. F of x is 1 over x. You happy with that?
Yes, sir.
And then now f of x plus h, we're replacing x with x plus h. Put it in yellow there. So that will become 1 over x plus h. So wherever it was x, we replace with x plus h. Now we go and put in that formula. So we got two things. We want to put f of x, I want to put f of x plus h. So those two things will go into the formula. F of x plus h is 1 over x plus h. You happy with that?
Yes, sir.
Minus, what's f of x? What is f of x? Look at the green. The two things I've ticked. You see the green, the f of x. What's f of x equals to? Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
What does f of x equals to? Look at the green part.
1 over x.
1 over x, correct. So f of x is 1 over x. F of x plus h is 1 over x plus h. So all I have done is substitute for f of x and 1 over x, and then all of that divided by h. So in the formula, I substitute for f of x with 1 over x, which was given in the question. I substitute for f of x plus h with 1 over x plus h, and then all divided by h. Now, all we have to do now is simplify this thing I put in the circle there. How do we simplify this? So you need to be able to subtract fractions and then divide them. So we can start by, sometimes these fractions can take long to do them if you follow the wrong way, and you can do them quickly. People will do them differently. But when I do fractions things, I just do the numerator first. So let's deal with the numerator first. That's the numerator there. Let me put that together as 1. So I want to do 1 over x plus h minus 1 over x. So I want to subtract these two fractions. So the common denominator is x bracket x plus h. And that will give me x there. That will give me minus x plus h. Are you happy with that so far?
Yes, sir.
For that subtractive fractions, okay. Now, when you remove the bracket, this x would minus that x. So you will be left with minus h over x bracket x plus h. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
Now, what we want to do now is we had the h underneath to divide now. So all of this divided by this h was under there. So we divide now by that h. So we would write it as minus h over x bracket x plus h divided by h. When you divide, you do something they call keep, change, and flip. Keep this one the same, change that sign to times, and then this one is h over 1, and then you flip. So it's minus h divided by x bracket x plus h. I keep this one the same, change the divide to times, and then I'll flip that, so that will become 1 over h. And what will happen is this h will cancel with that h. So you end up with minus 1 over x bracket x plus h. Now, remove the bracket. What is x times x?
Squared.
X squared. And then x times h, x h. So that
H.
minus 1 over x squared plus xh. Now, when you do this differentiation from first principle, you state when h becomes 0. That will give you the results. That means when the distance between the two things becomes 0, that's what differentiation gives you the results. So when h becomes 0, you write it as, this is how you write that thing. So you write it when h, they put an arrow, becomes 0. That means if you put 0 there for h, so that will be minus 1 over x squared plus x times 0. This will all become 0. So you get minus 1 over x squared. So that is your final answer, minus 1 over x squared. So dy over dx is equals to minus 1 over x squared, which is the same if you look right at the top, following that pink line. It's the same thing you did there when you differentiated without. So that's the process for first principle. So the first thing you do is write the formula down. I always differentiate it first to know what the real answer is. When you differentiate it first, you know the correct answer is minus 1 over x squared. But they've given you there. But I always do it myself to check, to make sure. Now I write the formula. First thing, you get from formula book. The next thing, you write what f of x is, which is given in the question. Now you replace x with x plus h. H for hotel, x plus h. So that you will get the new expression, 1 over x plus h. Put the new expression minus the old one divided by h. the new expression minus O1 divided by H. And then all you do now, you do algebra and keep simplifying until you get to the point where you can say, let's make H equals to 0. And then you will get your final answer when you do the thing. So it looks a little bit long. It's 4 marks. You should do it in 1 page. Never do more than 1 page. If you do more than 1 page, that means you're going wrong. I just write it big so you can see it. But in exams, it's 4 marks. It shouldn't be more than 1 page. Unless you would make a mistake and then you can change it. I hope that